So, good day, everyone, and welcome to our live webinar, Future Proof Your Organization Drive Business Transformation with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central webinar. This webinar is brought to you by Tech1 Global. This is Mimi Navarro, your session's host. So today, more than ever, businesses need to embrace digitalization because business as usual is changing. So how we work, where we work, the way we deliver customer experience, and what customers expect of us are changing in a blink of an eye. Yet at the same time, many businesses are limited by systems that do not allow for change. Running your business on outdated ERP software invites complacency that leads to the death of innovation and growth. Companies that are still running on Microsoft Dynamics Nav, a transition to Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, is an investment that will help your business operations to transform for the better. Thank you for joining us today in this insightful session with our speakers from Tech1 Global. So let us prepare your organization to be future-proof with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Now, before we officially start, we also love to hear from you. If you have questions about our speakers, we encourage you to place them in our chat room and we will address that during the Q&A. So, without further ado, ready, bosses? Let us kickstart this webinar. Here's Isuro De Silva, lead consultant for ERP from Tech1 Global, who has over 3 years of experience in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. He is also a BSc IT, CIMA, MBA certified Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central functional consultant. Over to you now, Boss Isuru.
Uh, Thank you, Mimi, and good morning to you all. I think from our end, it's good morning. I think some of you all, I should say it's good afternoon, and for some, I think it's very good evening. So what I will do is, Mimi, I will share my slides. Let me know when you could able to see my slides.
Yeah, sure, boss. Yes, boss, we can see your slides.
Okay, right. So I would like to start the session now. So it's not a presentation actually. It's a knowledge sharing session, I would say, because no need to start from the beginning everything and tell you from the beginning and from the start to end. So what I will do is the today's topic is mainly D365 Business Central and how a company's mission is achieved from D365 Business Central. So let me start with this quote from Milton Friedman, a Nobel Prize winning economist. Business of business is business. So what does this statement means? This statement means that a business should focus on major business activities first. I believe as a company, all of your, companies would like to see profits received for your company. I believe that's the most important business activity a business would look at. So after you achieve profits for a particular business, only you could be able to see other activities like mainly CSR activities, corporate social responsible responsibility activities. So in order to generate profits, you are supported with other back-end services like IT, HR, admin, and finance. So I believe most of you all joined here to the webinar is your background is IT. So let's continue with the business of business is business where you focus on major activities of business and then the mission statement comes in. What is the mission statement? The mission statement means why the business exists in the market. So it's a common goal. It's a qualitative statement where you would say you want to become the leader in the market in that particular industry, right? So here the topmost stakeholders in the company develops or prepare or discuss about the mission statement, and they put up a mission statement like we want to be the leader in the environment, business environment, where it's a qualitative one. you could say achieving a qualitative one cannot be measured. So for a mission statement to be achieved, there should be quantitative measurements in down the line, like in the middle management as well as in the bottom management, bottom level management. You have to have quantitative measures like you achieve sales targets, you achieve profit targets, you sell number of items, you gain contracts, you sign service agreements. Likewise, you could be able to drill down the mission statement into more quantitative measures. So that's the value comes in. And one good aspect in mission statement is where a company develops the mission statement, not focusing current situations by focus. I mean, they focus future. So they have resources now, looking at the resources, looking at the market, looking at the customer changes in future, they develop the mission statement looking at the future. So mission statement is a qualitative one, but we have to see how our ERP, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, is going to achieve support your mission statement through the ERP. Where ERP mainly have, like I have mentioned in sharing the knowledge, ERP maintains quantitative data, where like I was saying, the sales, inventory, purchasing, service, manufacturing, likewise. So there are a lot of information uh, going here and there in the ERP. But the operation wise, there's a flow in ERP data. You have to plan it, you have to purchase it, you have to bring down stuff, you have to store it, you have to manufacture it, you have to provide services, you deliver those, you collect money, you present data, use Power BI dashboards, lot of stuff. But the users who are working in the ERP they don't know exactly day-to-day transactions will help achieve company's mission statement. Without knowing, they are supporting the mission statement. They provide data, they insert data, they calculate some things, they provide reports. Everything supports the mission statement of the company. Mission is qualitative, data is quantitative. So there's a relationship going in between. So, and if any information provides from the bottom level and mid-level management won't thrive in achieving the mission statement, then there's the management come in and they change the decisions or the way the business directs. So in business direction, I was explaining all this information, how an ERP supports the mission statement. So we'll go a little bit deeper into ERP functionalities. So like I said, the ERPs definitely support the mission statements, and you could able to see there are many big companies with big mission statements who are thriving in achieving the mission statement are backed by great ERPs. Uh, at the time, I believe that D365 Business Central is the best small and medium scale enterprise supporting ERP. So why I say like this? Why I say like this? It's because it has a seamless data flow. You know, like I was explaining, there's a flow in ERP. Though the sales module is in a different place, differently identified, inventory is differently identified, purchasing is differently identified, manufacturing is differently identified. Those are integrated. The data platforms, data fields, the lens, in technical words, also this communication customizations are unique. They are flowing each other. You can put this information here, this information there. You can generate reports likewise. It's seamless data flow happening within D65 Business Central. And if we see when you go if you are a customer in Business Central, you know there are two major updates every year. Microsoft provides those updates. Those are free updates. You can check those updates. You can review those updates. There are documents you can go through before releasing into your production environment. So you go through those information and you release it to your live production environment. That's another good feature that D65 provides you to achieve your company goals, like I was saying, mission statement. So and in Business Central, there is this integration can be done with other, uh, let's say, with websites, with third-party softwares, so that more information can be brought into ERP. So information-wise, ERP can be a very rich place. So that from that information you can come into management decisions. You want to change the path of business? Yes, you could able to do. And because that changing path is happens because why? Customers may change, the business environment changes. Then let's see for the scalable option. Scalable option is where when you want your ERP to uh, scale more. If you want more resources to perform run a report, to run a production plan, to run the budgets. Likewise, if you want more scalability, the SaaS environment is there, the back end of the business central. So it will provide you resources in order to perform your day-to-day transactions without getting delays in the back end. And the another feature that Business Central does have is the subscription licensing model. That is where you can purchase licenses the way you want. There are premium licenses, essential licenses, team member licenses. So either you can go with premium or essential and team member licenses. So it's up to you to decide how you it would fit into your day-to-day operations, your the company's ability to use the business rental to your business. Uh, then comes the easy customization and apps. So these two options are uh, very advantageous options available in Business Central. Easy customization means any customizations you do to Business Central won't affect the core of the environment. The customizations can be done and customizations can be removed. The core of the Business Central won't change. That's a great idea behind the ERP. So therefore, developers could add, they can remove it. And then comes the app source. App source is a place where you have apps that are fit into Business Central environment, where you could able to purchase apps. Some are free, some you need to pay. You purchase them, you add it into your Business Central, and you could able to like plug and play. You install it, you get the maximum benefit out of it to achieve your day-to-day transactions. So these are in high level are the most advantageous features in Business Central that will support your day-to-day transactions. Ultimately, it will achieve your mission statement of the company. So uh, I will move forward with the some features. Currently, we are having. I mean, these are the most newest features, and these features will be in a few time. This will be demonstrated by Shatika and Krishan. This analysis feature, the first one, I was luxury enough to test this feature with a Microsoft person. We had about 2 months back. I had the luxury. I was testing this. I was suggesting some features to this thing. Don't know whether those will come in a future update. I haven't seen it yet in the preview uploads. Then Krishan will also explain these preview GL accounts, preview posting options, undo transfer. These are very value adding features. Previously, these may be customized features. Now it's coming as standard features. That is very important thing in Business Central. They keep on upgrading the software where users could be benefited in a better way to achieve their goals. This fifth point, master data management is a very good feature. Shatika will be explaining that. I believe we are waiting to see than my knowledge sharing. I think this part is the main component in this webinar, I would say. And customer elections and AL Explorer and AL Home. These are technical stuff where you would able to see in a few minutes. And apart from this, little bit about Tech One Global. In Tech One Global, we have a very experienced set of technical and functional support. So a company who would like to migrate or implement Business Central, we would more than happy to help you all in overcoming your distractions currently what you are having. And hopefully Business Central would be the best ERP to suit you and overcome your problems. And definitely this will be a good ERP. If you're practicing, you could be able to add your details or knowledge in the hash biz app C in the LinkedIn page. Currently, we have provided some videos as well as some articles there. This is nothing related to Tech One Global. It's a common page where anyone can share their knowledge. You can provide any updates or any good features that you have seen. Like you can add in this hashtag BizFC page. Also, you can go and get your knowledge from there as well. So hopefully we could able to see the uh, demonstrations hereafter. It's a big thank you from my end. Over to you, Mimi.
Thank you, Isuru. So now we're moving to the second presentation or to our next speakers. So let's have Krishan Weerasinge, a Dynamics 365 functional consultant, certified Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central functional consultant with over 10 years of experience in the industry. And also we will have Shatika Karunaratne, a D365 technical consultant, being SE, MSc, PM, CIMA certified Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central functional consultant with over 5 years of experience in NAV, D365 Business Central from TechOne Global. Over to you now, Krishan and Satika.
Uh, Thank you, Mimi. Hope you can see my screen and you can hear me, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Krishna, you can hear.
Okay. So today I'm going to discuss about the features to be released in the next week in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. So I'm not going to discuss detail about the release, but when they are going to release and what are the frequent they are releasing, because in upcoming in few minutes after a few minutes you will get the proper understand what are the releases and how it happened from Microsoft 10. So directly I'm going to the discussion. So first feature I'm going to show you the functional features which will be useful for the users, especially for the users working in the accounts and finance department, because they are the people who have to handle all the transactions related to general GL entries and other entries. So this is the first feature, analysis feature. So let me show you what Microsoft tells about it. So in this page, we can get all the releases. So if I go up, you can see plan and prepare for the Dynamics 365 Business Center 2023 release wave 1. So in this release, we can see what are the releases going to do. So I'm going to release plan. Actually, we can call this as a release plan. I'll send this link in chat after my demonstration, and you can get this link and get the idea about the release plan. So when I come to this release plan, we have all the releases, application releases and regional releases, development releases. Likewise, you can see you can get a lot of releases related to functionals. So you can see the undo transfer shipment as Isuru said, what I'm going to demonstrate, undo transfer shipment, review general ledger entries. Likewise, we can get all the details about the future releases. So now I'm going to show you analysis feature, so which related to reporting and data analysis. So once I go there, I can get all the details about the feature. I'll read the business value because I did not add this into presentation because I can show you it here. So in the business value, we can see end users and the data analytics can analyze data from list page directly in the client without the need to open the page in the Excel or run a report. It's a very important, a very useful features for the end users means finance users, because sometimes sales department works separately, purchase department works separately. They can't sometimes the interrelation is not good in the department, because if it is a big company, you will have to face that situation. In that situation, sometimes as my experience, sometimes finance people have to face some difficulties when generating reports. So sometimes gathering details, because sometimes they have to extract those reports details from the system and have to make it in the Excel environment. Once they're doing Excel environment, there can happen misstatements, frauds. Likewise, after the end of the day, the details, the information which go into the stakeholders are getting mislead. So from the system, from the analysis tool, we can avoid that burden. So let me show you how it's working. I'll go to general ledger entries. Once I go to general ledger entries, so now I want to see some of the each GL account. So you can see there is many transactions, 7170 account and 29220 account. There's a lot of transaction with the value. So I want to get uh, total of the aggregation of the GL account. So in the previous, we'll have to get those into Excel and we'll have to uh, do Excel works. But now in this feature, you'll have to enable this analysis tool. Once you enable that, you will get a lot of details. So the thing is, you can maintain, you can keep different kind of analytics. Like you can go up to I think here I have tested if I not mistaken, I went to 30 analytics analysis, so just 31. But here we don't need to go like that. In my first one, I'll show you. In here, what I did is was uh, I get aggregation of the chart of accounts. So let me show how it happened. There's a there's a columns like how we work in the pivot tables. We can get all the details. Once I click there, we have let me click this, right. I can get all the details which are related to uh, general ledger. And once I click this, I can get all the fields in the general ledger entries. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I get it for only for the GL account. Once I want to get posted date, GL account number, and no need to debit, no need to credit. Like I want only these things, right? Once I now it's in enable in the pivot mode. Once I select it, I can get all the details with the values of the this GL account. This is 7170 GL account, which is inventory adjustment account. So I can get full detail of this transaction. Once I enable pivot mode, so I can get aggregation of all these details. Like 7170 account, we have credit balance of 660, and 71730 uh, debit value 70,660. Like if you want to check only few accounts, you can go to the analysis filter and you can filter accounts which you want to see. So if you enable this 2920, you won't get any value. And if you enable it, you can get. If you disable it, you won't get it. Likewise, you can get those details in very simple way. You don't need to go for Excel works. You directly you can get total of the transaction, as well as you can get these details into Excel. Simply you have to click right and export. Once you click Excel export, you will get details very easily, like within few seconds. So if I go to work this in Excel, in extraction option, I'll have to extract DL entry to Excel and do some pivot works. Likewise, I have to do a lot of works. But here, very simple. You can get those details from the system. Like that's what about the uh, system, because if we go to the customize this report, like previous what we did previously, we had to customize this report. We have to prepare a special document for the customization, and we have to get approval for the customers, and we have to give it for the developers, and it will take few days to develop the report like this. But now we don't have that burden. We can do all the things in the system within very quick time. So this is a very special feature. That's why I selected this as a first feature. This is very useful, especially for the management. Like if you're a CEO or if you're a stakeholder of the company, you can get those details without asking your uh, other employees. So that's very useful feature. And next feature is a review a GL account. As I told you, I am more focusing on the details of the which are related to functional areas, which between end user easiness. So another other feature is review GL account. In review GL account also, we can see what this Microsoft plan tells us. So let me go to that review journal account. Once I go there, we can see review general ledger accounts faster. In the business value, they said during the process of closing period, it's often necessary to go to through the all the transaction for GL accounts to ensure they are correct. The GL review action makes the review process faster and easier. Exactly true, because I can remember when at the year-end closing process, we have to review all the GL account. We have to go by one transaction. Sometimes we have to check these double entries are tally. If there is any difference in the account, we have to find it. So there's a huge task to do at the end of the year. So same thing, same as analysis, we'll have to do all the things in the Excel. Normally in the practice, we have to extract GL details from system to Excel, and we'll have to mark this mass reviewed uh, transaction and not reviewed transaction. But now we have that feature as well. So let me show it. Once I go to chart of accounts, we'll get all the GL accounts. In the GL accounts, I'm going to see the transactions. So you can see transaction by here in the right. I'll get resale item account. This is the 2110 account. Once I click this amount, I'll get all the transactions which are related to this GL account, which means all the GL entries related to this account. Now I want to review it. I want to check this transaction is correct or not. Right. For that, I'll have to click this review entries. It's like kind of reconciliation. Once I click it, I'll get transaction details, all the transaction details in related to this uh, GL account. So now I'm going to check this transaction. If you have two accounts, you can open another tab and reconcile, actually not reconcile, review. So once I reviewing it, so I can check, right. First one I'll check and I'll mark it as, I can mark it as a reviewed, right. And second one, I can check and mark it as a review. So, and the special thing is once we marked it, it will automatically save, and we can go for another work and come back, because if you have lot of transactions in your account, you have to pause it and come back. Likewise, you can select one by one, as well as you have the option to select double entries. Like it's we have to set up it in the GL account card. GL account card, we have option as review policy. In review policy, we can mark we want to review this. We if you select none, we don't want to review that account. But if you want to review only if you want to review one by one, we have to select allow review option. Oh, and if you want to review double entries, like as an example, if you are going to review good received not invoice account, we can get we can give this allow review and match balances, which means we'll have to select double entry, because when it's come to purchase transactions, we'll have good received not invoice. If until invoices balances will remain in the good received not invoice, and once invoice, this account getting balanced. But at the time you are reviewing, you can uh, review that double entry. So now I mark review policy as allow review and match balances. Now when I go there, so now I want to review it. We have select previously reviewed two accounts. Now I'm going to select one account. When I'm going to review it, system tells well, you can't do that, because my policy is I have to select both double entry transactions. For that, I'll select this account and this account, because debit and credit. Now I'm going to review. Once I select as a review, you will get that balance. This is a very useful, especially if you are working for accounts and finance department. This will be very useful and very helpful, and it will save you a lot of time at the year end process. As well as I forgot to tell, in the analyze tool, there's this analyze tool available in the everywhere, not in the general ledger entries. If you go to customer customer card, you can uh, analyze customer balances. Like if you, as with my this example, see, I categorize these customers for a customer posting group, which means domestic, foreign, and EU. Once I categorize these customers like this, I can get separate balances which related to customers, as well as if I want, I can get that balances to that customer posting group. Same as the vendors, you can get uh, that vendor balances also through the analysis tool. Like you can get all the details in everywhere, because this is very useful, because sometimes you just want to get only a figure, only a value of the that customer group or vendor group. But previously you'll have to like extract those details excel and get aggregation. But now you don't need to do those kind of work. You have to enable analyze tool, and do work and get your details right. Two features has been done. Now next feature was in preview. Like another important features for accounts users, especially because normally whatever happen, if it is done in sales department, purchase department, production department, or stores, whatever happen, end results come to accounts and accounts department, finance department, because the reason is this all the transaction depend on the GL accounts. So once it related to GL account, if mistakenly, if we enter any transaction into wrong account, it will be huge headache for the account users at the end of the account closing, at the end of the year end closing. So here in the system, we have option to preview posting, not review. This is preview posting. Review posting means after posting, we going to review. Preview means we can see, we can check the transaction, we can check the GL account which related to that transaction, because from that we can eliminate uh, a lot of mistakes which done by the users to chart of accounts. And at the end of the year, we don't want to transfer any double entries for adjustment accounts. So let me show that. I'll take a sales order. Once I got the sales order, right, I'll open this. Now I have this sales order. Now I'm going to post this sales order. Sometimes this process is not done by the accounts department. It's done by the sales department, sales or marketing department. So those people doesn't know about the double entries, but they can have some idea about the how this transaction goes. For that, before post, we can see preview posting option. Once I click the preview posting option, I'll get all the details which related to that transaction, that order, all the GL entries, customer ledger entries, item ledger entries, entries which go into the items. We can see. Still, it's not posting. Still, not no any journal entry transactions. Only we are in preview option. Now I can see GL entry and I can see what are the double entries going to hit to the chart of account once I post this sales order. So as per the this preview, I can this as with this transaction, this 8,486 get credit because this item going to sell, item going from the company, it has to be credit, and cost of goods sold gets debit. That's the accounting double entries, and sales revenue gets credit, taxes get debit, and sorry, customer data balance get debit. This is how it's happened. Now you know transaction all the double entries are correct. If we get aggregation of double entries, all perfect as per all line as per the accounting standard. So now you can post this transaction. Same as I'll show you purchasing side as well. I'm going to purchase order. Actually, these features had in the previous, but they added this feature for another few documents. So here also, if we go to the preview posting, we can get GL entry preview, resale item gets debit, and inventory adjustment account, most probably good receive not invoice account get credit. When we invoice it, purchase account, which means good receive not invoice account credit, and debit, and vendors get credit. Likewise, we can see the double entries and we can check whether this is correct or wrong. If wrong, we'll have to change in the setup. If correct, we can post this transaction easily, and the burden for the accounts department will be reduced totally. Let's see how it happened in the journal entries. If I go to journal entry also, I have a transaction made before, not unposted transaction. Once I go to the preview posting, same as before, I can get a preview of the transaction. GL entries going to hit to the chart of accounts. Like as I select, this goes to tax, and 10,000 go to actual interest. Likewise, we have like we have 21 documents. You can see those preview posting, which means you can avoid a risk of unnecessary GL entries from in this 20 transaction warehouse shipment. Not only GL entries, all the entries like item entries, item ledger entries, or vendor ledger entries, anything, we can avoid that burden if we can watch, if we can review preview before posting those documents. So you can see all the transactions. You can see this in detail. I'll send you link. And next up, undo transfer shipment, which is another important feature. And let's see what Microsoft tells about it. Right. In the business value, they said sometimes people post incorrect quantities on transfer order. For example, you may have made a transfer order with the incorrect number of items and the post it's at shipped. Like it means like in the practice normally sometimes in the stores and manufacturing department doesn't have much more idea about the ERP system. Sometimes if you implement newly implement company newly ERP implement company, users doesn't have any idea, not any much idea about the items, because normally with the time being they get used to the item codes, but at the beginning they are not used to item codes. Sometimes they can post transaction to incorrect items. So the Microsoft provide another feature to avoid that burden before transfer to other departments. So for that, I'll make transfer to show that how to undo transfer shipments. Right. Once I go to transfer orders, so I can create new one. So now I'm going to transfer items from main warehouse to East warehouse. Once I post transferring East warehouse, I'll have to maintain in transit warehouse as a this warehouse on logistic warehouse. And item is there's item I prepared previously. If I go to this item, we can see once I view the item, we can see there's a inventory 1,000 quantities available in the inventory. Once I click here, you can see this, sorry, 100 quantity, all 100 quantity in the main warehouse. Location is main warehouse, which those items are remaining. Now I wanted to transfer those items to east warehouse, items to west warehouse, but mistakenly I'm going to post it to east warehouse. Once I okay, I have to add quantity. I'm gonna transfer 10 quantity and going to ship. Right, shipment has been done. You can see quantity to ship had previously 10. Now quantity shipped as 10, quantity to receive 10, which means still this quantity not received to uh, East warehouse. Still it's in this on LOG warehouse. Now only I know this is a wrong transaction. This transfer is wrong. I have to reverse this transaction. So in the previous, if we do that, we'll have to create another transfer order to from in transit warehouse to main warehouse, or in transit warehouse to uh, correct warehouse. Now at the in the system we have special feature to undo this transaction. So for that I have to go to posted shipments. Is this right? I have to go to posted transfer shipment. This is the latest one. Now see, we have 10 items in the on LOG account. So if I go to item card, we can see which warehouse with that item 10 quantity is in remaining. Okay, now you can see 100 had in the main warehouse, and now 10 quantity get out from the main warehouse and 10 comes into in transit warehouse. Now we know this is wrong transaction. I want to undo this. For that, we have to simply do, we have to go that demo. We have to select this line and click undo shipment. Once I click that, they ask, do you really want to undo this select shipment lines? They give warning message. So yes, I want to undo that. Once I undo that, automatically minus reverse transaction happen in the system in same postal transfer shipment. If I go to item now, we can see still we have 100 quantity, but the warehouses are different. Right. Now all the 100 in main warehouse. Previously, mistakenly, we sent 10 quantity into in-transit warehouse. At the in-transit warehouse, we realize we have transferred to wrong warehouse. And now we can transfer, we reverse it back to main warehouse. Now this in-transit account got 10 minus quantity and main warehouse got 10 quantity for a as per the undo transaction. And this is what I plan to show you, because these four features I realize as most important features in the next release, because uh, end of the day, all the transactions, all the things done by the finance accounts department. So this will be very helpful to those people, because they can save a lot of time when it's come to, especially for the last one I show you, the undo transaction. This is oftenly happened when it come to practice, but as well as other three uh, demonstration, other three features, it will be very helpful for the finance department, because we can save a lot of time for from their end. As well as there's a lot of features, as I show you in the release band, you can see a lot of features. You can another features there is you can post batch transfer. If you have a lot of transfer orders to post, you can transfer all transaction together. Likewise, that was another new feature. I haven't had any plan to show that, but just for the information, this from this post batch option, you can post two or more transfer orders at once. Very helpful if you have big warehouses, if you have a lot of companies, if you have a lot of transfer orders happen in the business, this will be very helpful feature. So yeah, likewise, you can see application developments. So application features, new features. You can have a lot of related to exchange rates and multiple transfer orders intercompany. Likewise, you can get a lot of details. So read this details I'll send you. And with that, I'm gonna end special features which we have to get from the special functional few functional features. Just an examples, so you can get a lot of features. So Shatika is ready for to show you some backend features which Dynamics 365 Central going to release in next week. So thank you very much, guys. So Shatika, over to you.
Yes, Kishan, thank you all. So it's still morning for me, so it's very good morning to you all. And for the people who are in different time zones, very good evening and very good morning. So let me share my screen first. So Cloudy, please let me know once the screen is shared. Can see the screen, right?
Okay, Shatika. Yes.
Yes, thank you. So features to be released in the part two session. So part one was done by Krishan. He did a great job there. So for the next part of features that I'm going to introduce is before that, I want to say that Microsoft has a guideline that they releases upgrades in two waves for a particular year. So per year, there will be two upgrades as wave one and wave two. So the wave one will be commencing from April 1st, and the wave 2 will be commencing from October 1st. So we are one step away for the 2023 Business Central release wave 1, which is happening on April 1st onwards. So let's see. Uh, I have come across with the features in the Business Central Wave 1 for the 2023, and I have selected top three features from my perspective. These are not only from the backend, which is the development side, but also from the user side as well. So let's move on to the first feature, which is the master data management. This is a key feature if there are, say, environment with several companies. So time saving is something we are always looking forward to getting. Yeah. So the idea behind this is to have a master company, which is a source company or a main company, and the rest can be set up to be synchronized with the master company. So it might be can be a one child company or multiple companies will be there. So whenever data is changed in the master company or the main company, the other one or the other companies also will get synchronized automatically. So that's the feature definition. And before going for the demonstration, I'll show you the release plan document here. So this is the release plan document for the master data management. So as you can see here, it will move one company set up to another companies in the same environment. You can also synchronize master data between companies. So I will share this in the comment section for your reference, and let's move on for a quick demo on this. I'll show you a quick demo with a simple example. So I have two companies which are Kronos International as well as the new company one. So the Kronos company is the main company, and the new company one is the other company. So first of all, there's a setup called master data management. There you need to select the what's the source company, and you need to tick it the enable data synchronization. So it will take few times. So I have already done that. So after doing that, we can see the what are the tables that are going to synchronize with the two companies that we selected. And if you need any tables to be included, you can include it here. So after that, you can start the initial synchronization. As you can see, you can start all from here and it will synchronize. So if there's a error or any unmatched couplings are there, it will show you as a error. So you need to first fix it and run it. So since I have already set up that uh, uh, master data management setup. So I will be going to the main company. I'll show you a quick demo on. I'll create a vendor here, a vendor company. Before that, I'll show it here as well. So it has the same vendors here. So I create a new vendor, a vendor company, and I'll put it as Tech One Global. Yeah. So if I go back, so it will be showing here if I reload the page. So the same company will be synced to the other companies if we set up the master data management. So likewise, this is a one particular example. So likewise, you can synchronize your sales tables, transactions, ledger entry tables, and all the tables can be synchronized to the from the main company to another company or companies. So I hope you understand the feature. So let's move on to the next feature, which is a customer error actions. So customer error actions means from this release, we have possibility to add up to 3 actions to the errors themselves. So previously or currently, there are no actions in the error message, only one action, which is OK button to click OK. But from the next release onwards, there will be customized up to 3 action buttons, as well as you can put a title and can be also added and copy the error message in full. So copying the error message is a good opportunity for the developers as for the end users to get a knowledge on what's the error and what happened there. So we have come across some errors in the business center currently as something went wrong. So when they give a error like something went wrong, we don't know what to do or what happened there. So from now onwards, from the next release onwards, it will give user-friendly error messages to the end user. So let's quickly go for a so here I'll go to still it's loading. Yeah, we'll go to sales orders and we'll pick up a release order. So I haven't set up any approval workflow, so I'm going to select on send approval request, which will give a error. So it is giving a error as no approval workflow for this record type is enabled. And you can see a hyperlink is here to copy details. So I'll copy this and let's check what we'll give it. So I'm going to paste here and it will give you the error like this and the session IDs as well as the timestamp. And here you can see AL cal stack, call stack. So it will show you from what from which code unit, from which event is it triggered, and when is triggered. So we were in the sales order card page, which is the page 42, and we click on the action on send approval request. So these are meaningful errors from next release onwards. So it is much user friendly for the end user, as well as if I another thing, another part I'm going to explain it. Since this is a release order, I'm going to uh, edit the quantity as 5. So it will give you a error called status must be equal to open. So what if we can so from this we have to manually refresh and go to home and release first and then to do the editing part. What if we can have a automatic a button with that error saying release the reopen the order. So that kind of examples can be implemented. That kind of requirements can be set in the with the next release. So I will show a snapshot of it like this. So it will give a title as do you want to reopen this order, and the body will be the lines are locked because this sales order has been released. Reopen to open edit the quantity, and a action is here to reopen the order. So from the next release onwards, with the help of the technical team, that you can customize this for your own betterment, as well as to make your life easier. So let's move on to the final one, which is bit technical. It's AL Home and AL Explorer. So it is coming with the AL language version 11. So AL language, that we all know that the Business Central is developing the language of AL language, and it is working, and it is developing in the IDE of VS Code. So in the AL language version level, there are two tools they have implemented as AL Explorer, which is a new way of exploring the base app, events, APIs, and etc., along with your own customized objects. As well as in AL Home, it is a space to learn about the news, best practices, upcoming events, and etc. So I'll explain it, show you a demo. So I came to the VS Code, which is the development environment for the Business Center. So here's the extension that you can see. I have installed the version level for AL language. So here, if we go to AL Home, you can see the news are here. So still it's not uh, started, as it will be releasing with the after April 1st. So afterwards you can see the all the language related news, updates, and the events will be carried out here. And there are two uh, hyperlinks here. If you are interested in learning a language, you can go go through here and understand what type of things that is developing under AL language. And also there's another hyperlink for learn resources, where it will redirect you to learning path lines and modules for development for AL language. And there are more than 10 uh, learning parts. So if interested, please do give it a try there to understand what a language is and how to develop a language for Business Central. So the next one is the AL Explorer. This is one of the best tools that the Microsoft has given to for the developers or the technical consultants, that from the AL Explorer, that they can view the objects, events of the base application, as well as the customized ones, APIs, and extensible enums. So this is bit technical uh, part. So from here, you can search any tables, and you can go to the source code by a one click, so that you don't need to go to definition, no have a long path. The shortcut is already here, and also you can run that particular table, page, or report to see what's happening. And events also, you can have a look, and APIs and extensible enums as well. Also, there can be grouped by the types. So all the types will be here as the code units, tables, and so on. So if you need a group by like this, I can uh, drill down the particular tables, and from module wise also the base application tables and my customized one. So I have created a coordinate as well as a page extension there. So it will be displaying there. And also another good part is, if you are using the table, we will say table 36, which is a sales header, that we are customizing this again and again. So we can bookmark here. So when it's bookmark is there, you don't need to come here and type 36 or type for say sales header. You can click here and click on the bookmark one. So the all the base tables or the base objects will be shown here as bookmark objects. Uh, for another thing, let's go for the event. Uh, we know that we can do subscribe the events in the base application, but what we are currently doing is we go to the event subscription code unit and we do get a event subscription template, or we need to type it manually. But they have given a tool, still loading. They have given a tool that you can subscribe. Click the subscribe button here and go here and paste it. So the subscription will be automatically pasted here. So this tool has been given to the developers to make their life easier. So I think it's a good, the best tool that they have given with this release wave. So it is a good opportunity for the developers uh, to have such enhancement like this. So that's it from my end. So as Krishan said, there are a plethora of features enhancement in the release plan. If you need any to check off them, you can quickly go to the Microsoft Business Center 2023 where one release plan and check on them. And so if there's any question, you can comment on the below. And so thank you for the opportunity. Over to you, Lakma or Mimi.
Okay. So thank you, Krishan and Satika. So now let's make the session more exciting with our fireside chat. So once again, if you have questions for our speakers, please place them in our chat room and we will address that during the Q&A. So let's call back again Isuru, Krishan, and Satika. And now Lakmal Emboldenia, VP for Global Pre-Sales, Delivery and Support from Tech One Global, to start the fireside chat and to moderate the session. Boss Takmal?
Okay, thank you, Mimi. Right, so I just shared something on the screen. I mean, you would, I believe almost all of you can see. I'm sharing the link here on the chat as well. So, as Satika was talking about the customizations, the improvements that you can do, I think this is, if you go to Tech One Global's pages on AppSource Microsoft itself, you can see a lot, kind of quite a number of applications we have created by Little's customizations, which is available for you free of charge at the moment. So this customer birthday alert, as well as dynamic paid period age reports, and even especially for Nepal, we created connection with their central bank, Inland Revenue Department, and even one for DocuBase, which is one of our customers from Belgium, to connect their invoicing application with Business Central. So there are enormous opportunity. There are enormous ways of connecting. So I think I will would like to kind of start the questions. I mean, if you all have any questions, I mean, Mimi, are we allowing them to speak? Are we allowing them to
Not
speak or
necessarily, boss. Not
okay?
necessarily, boss. So we will just entertain the questions via fireside, via the chat room. So they
Okay,
can
right. So
just type in their questions.
okay, I'm monitoring the Q&A. So I mean, if there's any questions, please feel free to share yours here. So I will start with the question to Shatika himself. So Shatika, this birthday app that you have developed, so this is more of a very something that you have noticed during your time with Business Central, right? So what kind of things? I mean, why do we really want to kind of build this kind of applications, in your opinion, from the technical perspective?
Yes, Lakmal, indeed. So why it's AppSource or the marketplace apps are there in for install for the business central system in the SaaS. So why is that? If there's a requirement or a app that the many customers want, or the most of the customers are using, so I have created a app called birthday customer birthday a notification to send a email or a discount for the particular customers in their system on their particular birthdays. So marketplace apps are very important, as well as it is giving a good opportunity for the users as well as the partners to implement their requirements or ideas in order to cater the requirements from the users. So it is coming with a free trial, and after that you can purchase it, or else there are some apps for free to try it out. So I hope that everyone is know about the app source, and I hope that you will give it a try on searching things on the marketplace.
Okay, right. Thank you, Satika. So, let's start with the question to Isuru as well. So, Isuru, you being talking about this mission statement, right? So, I mean, when it comes to building a mission statement, it's more of like a strategic level. So, how would you, I mean, from the perspective of a functional consultant, how would you kind of try to bring the mission statements idea down to the mid-level, front layer, and the employees in an organization?
Okay, Lakmal. Now, for this question, I thought take an example like mission statement. I think I was mentioning this in the presentation, the knowledge sharing as well, where mission statement is a qualitative one. You cannot prove we have achieved the mission. Likewise, say be the market leader. One could say we are the market leader. One could say we are the market leader. So there's no exact market leader unless where some organization give some awards saying you are the first place, you are the second place, you are the third place. Likewise, there are many award ceremonies. Likewise, also you can't say exactly I'm the best, but for you, for your organization, you think that you are trying to become the market leader. Like for Coca-Cola, they say we refresh the world. Like it doesn't mean they come and refresh all the every aspect, but so they say that, and they have to have a like quantitative measures. Like they might be the highest like for Coca-Cola, they might operate in, I mean, let's say out of, let's say 220 countries, they might be operating in 200 companies and say, selling this much of liters of Coca-Cola. Likewise, they have to have a target. So targets, Lakmal, it should be can be incorporated in Business Central. So like targets, it can be distributed among countries, among regions, among, if it drill down further, it can be go up to sales manager, executive, likewise, so that you can keep on continuously track whether you are achieving those targets. So if you are achieving those targets continuously, ultimately your top level mission statement, you can say that you are achieving it. We have achieved it. It's a qualitative one. So ultimately you set your goals, and if you are achieving it, you can say you have achieved the mission statement, but at the same time, the environment changes, customers changes, world changes. So time to time, your targets have to improve. Like we do, if we set a target, we see after 6 months whether we are achieving it or not. If it's very difficult to achieve, then what we do is we take management decisions. Those management decisions take in middle level as well as bottom level, are quantitative. So take decisions and change your paths to achieve the goal. Maybe you have to put, you have to advertise in some countries. You have to reduce advertising because it's a common market anyway. It's selling. So likewise, it's a management decision to have goals achieved. So drill down option is the best. When drilling down, it's all about quantitative measures to achieve mission statement. Like for Coca-Cola, that is. For some other companies, it may be the uh, number of items sold, the profit generated. So profit generating means you could be able to say I have calculated profit on based on these grounds. Another company might say I have achieved profits calculating based on these characteristics. But however, you can't, like I said, you can't argue whether I have achieved, the other company have achieved the mission statement. But it's a qualitative, quantitative game after all.
Okay, thank you very much. I think very comprehensive answer. And I will turn it to Krishan. So, Krishan, you were showing some features and new features that we can expect and all of that. So, in the meantime, I mean, Central itself has different licensing mechanisms where you have essentials, and when you have premium, you can go for services and manufacturing and so on and so forth. But in the perspective of kind of sectors, this Business Central is more suits for, I believe, for SME sector, right? So, I mean, in your opinion, okay, what would be the, I mean, what are the kind of attractive modules that you can use in Business Central for the basically to make sure that you follow the mission statement of the company?
Yes, Lakmal. As per the ISRO's mission statement, for the achieve that, we'll have to cover all the areas. So, if I talk about the system perspective, when it's when we compare with the business practice, we should be able to cover all the areas. I don't tell we can cover all the areas because there can be some exceptional cases, and that time we'll have to done through the development those things. But however, when it comes to practice, general business practice, we'll have to cover all the areas. Like if I take an example, as you said, if we recommend this to the SME enterprise, SME sectors, so SME sectors as a different areas. Like if I take example, if you have a production company, we'll have to start the production. In order to do production, we'll have to purchase goods. So in order to do that, same thing we have to do in the system. So we have that feature. First purchasing module we have in the system. So we can create items, we can create vendors, we can generate purchase orders, as well as if we are purchasing based on the agreement, we can use blanket agreement options. Likewise, we can go into especially if I tell that we can cover all the supply chain process, it would be the best answer, because after the purchase process we can go to inventory handling. So we have inventory module, we can maintain inventory costing methods, and we can maintain warehouses. We have advanced warehouse option. So in your company, if you are going for a like bin level in your warehouses, if you have big large warehouses, you can maintain those warehouses through the system very easily. As well as then if we can go to the productions, we have a different level of productions. Like we have some, if you have complicated production process, it means step by step production process we can maintain. So if you have assembly process, we can maintain that production process as well. And if you do your production based on orders or based on forecasting, we can maintain those things. Likewise, now we can maintain purchase, we have purchase module, we have inventory module, we have production module. After that, after the production, we are going to sell those items. So same thing we can do the system. After the production, we can transfer those goods into dispatch warehouses. From dispatch warehouse, we can transfer these goods to customers. So as per the practice, we can do same thing in the business central as well. In addition to that, that's a basic supply chain practice. Other than that, we have project module. If you are working on project, we can maintain project levels, as well as after sales. We can maintain like a service module, we have a job modules, as well as the finance module, all the finance transaction, fixed asset maintenance, fixed asset entry, fixed asset journals, as well as bank reconciliations, bank transactions. That's why I told you almost all the things we can capture from the business central.
Okay. So, I mean, while you're showing the demonstration, so I noticed, I mean, now, I mean, basically, with respect to Navision, the Business Central have improved a lot on even more on the usability side. So, and I mean, this question is pretty much open for any one of you all. I mean, basically, when it comes to the initial inception of the project, basically before we start business using the Business Central, what are the areas that someone has to cover? Okay, there can be certain areas that need to be configured, and why do you think that when it is necessary to kind of go for a partner like Tech One or anyone who has understanding of Business Central? So how crucial the partner in Business Central implementation to achieve the mission statement? Open for all three of you to comment. Isuru, yeah, let's start with you.
Yes, I Krishan, I will start.
Yeah, sure.
You can add. Shatika also, if you like, you can add. Like Akmal, for your question, it's an open question. So, looking at a partner, mainly a customer should look at the experience of the resources available in the partner and the previous examples, the SLAs they are doing. And normally, Lakmal, what happens is this type of implementation partner choosing is very, I mean, they don't go to the market and just look for a partner and from the internet they won't search it. Normally it's through connections. So it's a matter of showing partners capabilities to the customer. Like we can do demos, we can do knowledge sharing, we can do sessions with them, understanding sessions. So a customer could able to understand the capabilities, experience, the way they look at the business, how they treat the customer, to actually overcome their issues, because sometimes they are coming with an issue. We can't go beyond this point without good ERP, what they say. And they might say, previously we have been told this can be done, this can be done, but at the end we have not reached anywhere. We were just there. Whatever we did last 5 years back, we are doing the same thing. So solution need to be provided by the partner. Partner should be capable enough to understand the problem, the pain points, and provide solutions to the pain points. In order to do that, the particular resources should be able to grab the requirements or the pain points very quickly. That's the nature of that should be the nature of a particular partner. So I believe, Akmal, from Tech One Global, as the Business Central team, we have that capability to provide solutions, either upgrades or implementations for Business Central. And some clients do not, I mean, they don't know the exact usages that they can take from what are the things that can they fulfill from the Business Central. They just for the sake of having an ERP, they might have, but it should not be the case. It should be understanding session. We should tell them what you can achieve, and they should ascertain our knowledge and train their staff to gain knowledge to ultimately to achieve their mission statement.
Thank
Krishan or
you.
Satika?
Yeah, Krishan, Satika, I mean, we have about 2 minutes to end the session. So if you have very quick feedback on the same.
Yes, Lakmal, as Isru said, I'll add some points for the partner competencies, because if we are going to implement any company, we must need to have idea about the supply chain process, because all the company run on the supply chain. So we must need to have idea about the proper idea of the supply chain process for a grab what the requirement of the customers, as well as sector experience. Like when it's come to apparel industry, they have a different kind of terminologies for you for their industry. So we must need to have proper experience for implement those kind of in those kind of sectors, as well as ability of training. Especially the most consultants face this issue, because when they are going to training, they need to have proper patient for the training, because the people who going to get system, going to work on the system, sometimes they doesn't have any idea or doesn't have any experience about the system. So we must need to have a proper patient and proper competence for the train them properly to get proper output. Because however, if we do 100% good, but we have to give it users in proper way. Otherwise, if we unable to grab solution properly, end of the day result will be fail. So that's a small point for the Isuru's comments, Lakmal. So yeah, that's
Okay.
And
Shatika, are you there?
Krishan,
You have, yeah.
yes, adding to that, Lakma Krishan. So when it's come to partner competencies, it's all about that the is the partner updated with the latest Business Central version. So so that's the first a question coming to my mind is come to partner competencies. So as the tech one that we are uh, already checking on the releases, that we are checking on the new features, as well as we are as a team, as a partner, that our all the team members are doing the Microsoft learning pathways and the modules which were offered by the Microsoft. So that I can strongly say that also the certification, that for the business central function consultant, there's a certification called MB 800, and there are much certifications such as in the pathways of Azure, Power BI, Power Platform, and the Power Apps. So many things are there to get updated with the new technology, with the coming technologies. So it is a good point to have a updated team as well as a updated partner when it's come to partner competencies, Lakman.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Mimi, over to you.
Okay, so right now we don't have any questions in our chat room, and also we lack time already. So once again, thank you so much to our speakers from Tech One Global, Boss Lakmal, Krishan, Satika, and who's the other one? Sorry, Isuru. Okay, so let's future-proof your business with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. So please schedule a free business consultation now by sending us an email at aliana@techoneglobal.com. So we look forward to seeing you again at our next events. So stay safe, stay healthy. So once again, this is Mimi Navarro. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.